Throughout the years, the explosives and broadly the engineer occupation in Project Zomboid was fairly underwhelming and neglected. Things started to change recently with the introduction of the ragdoll physics, which made the explosions way more entertaining. But what if I tell you there is a mod that not only adds new, way more powerful explosives, but also explosives which could be used for special purposes? Guys, I'm Gertrix and this is episode 1 of a brand new series on the channel called The Mod Shed. And today we're breaking down a mod called Extra Bombs, created by Dark Moriarty. You will find the mod on Steam under the same name, Extra Bombs, but the name itself might be slightly misleading because it's not only bombs which are added to the game, there are some other items and extra features which make using the explosives much more fun and much more strategic. I will of course leave the link to the Steam page of this mod in the description of the video. Before I'm gonna showcase everything that's added through this mod into the game, I want to mention that this particular mod works great if you pick up the engineer profession, because in order to craft some of these new explosives, you need to be able to craft the vanilla explosives like the pipe bomb. And if you don't want to run around Knox County looking for schematics for these explosives, you can simply pick up this profession and be able to do that on the go. All the extra explosives, however, they are locked behind a recipe magazine. So you need to find this specific magazine in order to be able to craft all these wonderful explosives I'm gonna show you now. The crafting of all these additional explosives can be found in the crafting menu under a category called, you guessed it, Extra Bombs. That's where you will find all the different things that are added through this mod. So what is being added? Well, let's start with the big noise generators. Now, these are as potent and loud as house alarms, so they will be able to attract zombies from impressive distances. You can use it to set up booby traps and to lure zombies away from points of interest. Next up, we have smaller, more tactical types of explosives, great for setting booby traps at choke points or narrow entrances, namely the light bulb or the lunchbox bomb. Now, I don't know how about you guys, but to me, the lunchbox bomb, it reminds me so much of the Fallout Caps mine, the design, the colors, you know, it's just a trip down the memory lane. I totally love it. And finally, when you're looking for something with a significantly bigger punch, there are options available as well, starting with the Napalm Bombs. Yes, you heard it right, napalm.
I love the smell of napalm in the morning.
And while the Napalm Bomb is basically create your own small inferno, the propane bombs are just your high-yield explosives. They come in two versions. The small propane bomb, which is still eligible for throwing, is made out of the propane bottles used for lanterns. The regular propane bomb, however, you're not able to throw it, it's just too heavy, and the range of the explosion is way too big to be able to chug it safely towards the hordes of zombies coming at you. So this is a type of a bomb which you can only place and use it as a stationary explosive. Before we go and field test these bad boys, one more thing that I wanted to mention. All of these bombs come in 3 different trigger methods. All of them, with the exception of the large propane tank bomb, can be thrown into the direction of the enemy, but they also can be timer triggered or remote triggered. And yeah, let's just check out how these bombs perform in combat. The best way to display the power and potency of all these new added explosives is by comparison. So we're going to start by using vanilla explosives like the Molotov cocktail or the pipe bomb on this group of zombies, and then we're going to bring out our new toys. And these are very decent, but I think we can all agree that we could use a bit more punch. Brand new group of test subjects ready to receive their first lunchbox bomb. As you can see, the blast radius is very similar to the pipe bomb. The lunchbox bomb, however, has one major advantage. It doesn't start any fires, so it's absolutely safe to use indoors, even inside your base, or close to loot-rich areas, because you are not risking zombies carrying the flames indoors and, you know, jeopardizing the loot you want to grab. The light bulb bomb works the same way, but the explosion is smaller, so you should use it in choke points, narrow corridors, these types of places. And now let's test the small propane bomb. Now don't be fooled by the name small. The explosion is extremely potent. We're gonna remote trigger it. I'm gonna walk you through the remote triggering process towards the end of the video. But guys, just check out this explosion. This is just a small bomb, so Brace yourself for the big one, let me just put it this way. And the big bomb requires a lot of test subjects. So guys, this is a 250 zombie horde up the road. We're gonna lure them into this central area where I'm standing at, and we're gonna, well, send them ballistic. We're gonna do that by using the big remote noise generator. First we have to link it to a remote controller, and then we have to arm and set it. Once that's done, we gotta move away and trigger the remote controller so that it will trigger the noise generator, luring all the zombies into this area. I of course applied the same process to the propane bomb, linking it to a different remote controller so I can sequence the two actions. And as you can see, I was not able to trigger the noise generator because the vanilla long-range controller was not in range. And this is where the mod version of the remote controller, the V4 remote controller, comes in handy, because this one has a 55 tile range, which gives you extra distance and, you know, makes sure you're not gonna end up in your own explosions. I'm sure the noise you're hearing right now is super familiar. This is exactly the same noise that the house alarms trigger, so this gives you an idea of the distance at which you are able to lure the zombies into a specific location using it. Now, I was looking online for the clip from Oppenheimer where they are testing the first nuclear weapon in New Mexico, but I couldn't find it, so we're gonna have to get by without any extra dramatic features, and we're just gonna trigger the bomb. Why not? Yep, that blast was so big it actually froze my game for a moment, but as you can see, the radius, it's just massive. This thing is gonna wipe out hordes and you're not gonna even notice. The only thing that's left is just a cleanup crew that's gotta figure out what to do with that pile of corpses. Now, as you can see, this thing does leave several spots of fires going up, so it's not super safe to use in the vicinity of buildings that you want to loot, but I can think of several awesome applications of this bad boy, and I'm pretty sure you guys that are watching can think of them as well. Now, the last thing I wanted to show you before we close today's video is the Napalm Bomb. Now, think of it as a Molotov on steroids. 40 years of steroid usage. Now, if you're on the team Kill It With Fire, this is your go-to weapon. It's gonna cover a large area with fires. It's gonna be very effective. Zombies will lure towards it because it makes a noise. So yeah, enjoy your barbecue, I guess. So guys, to wrap things up, I really found it really entertaining making this video, testing out all the different explosives. I think the mod does open up a lot of interesting things to do with the new abilities to lure zombies away from specific locations, new ways of, you know, blowing them to pieces, and it's in general a lot of fun. This is Build 42 applicable and it's save game safe, so you're safe to add this to your ongoing playthrough and you can start experimenting with all these cool features. Now, I personally hope it's also going to be multiplayer friendly, because I can already see setting booby traps in some choke points in your base and, you know, fighting off people who want to steal your loot. That's going to be so interesting. It's going to add another layer into the entire gameplay. So kudos to Dark Moriarty for putting all of that together, and guys, check out the mod, I strongly recommend it. Oh, and I almost forgot, Dark Moriarty also has his own YouTube channel, which I'm gonna link in the description of the video. Go check him out, he has some really cool videos showing different applications of explosives in Project Zomboid. The guy does some amazing stuff and they are definitely worth a watch. Oh, and finally, before we close, last thing. This is episode 1 of a new series and I am really keen on getting your feedback, guys. Let me know if you like it. I would really want this series to become another staple on my channel. I would also like to give modders the opportunity to showcase their stuff to a broader audience, so share your feedback, I'm really looking forward to it. Speedrunning the end of the video, my Discord is linked in the description of the video. If you want to get in touch, talk, suggest something, I'm there. Thank you very much for all the support you guys are showing me on a regular basis under my live streams, shorts, videos. I really appreciate it. You keep me going. But for today, that's everything, and guys, as always, I'm Gertrix. Cheers!